rescued from powerful enemies. Inspired out of Samuel 22. God rescued me from many powerful enemies. God rescued me from my powerful enemy, singular. In 2010, at the age of 94, George Vujanovich was awarded the Bronze Star for organizing what the New York Times called one of the greatest rescue efforts of World War II. Vujovic, son of Serbian immigrants to the U.S., had joined the U.S. Army. When word arrived that downed American airmen were being protected by rebels in Yugoslavia, Vujovic returned to his family's homeland, parachuting into the forest to locate the pilots. Dividing the soldiers into small groups, he taught them how to blend in with the Serbs, wearing Serbian clothes and eating Serbian food. Then over months, he walked each small group out one at a time to C-47 transport planes waiting at a landing strip they'd cut out of the woods. Vujovic rescued 512 elated, joyful men. Wow. I never heard of that. Device one small group taught them. Let me see what I said down. It took months. Okay. David described the elation of being rescued by God from enemies who'd hemmed him in with no escape. God reached down from on high and took hold of me, David said. He drew me out of deep waters. King Saul, enraged with jealousy, hounded David ruthlessly, seeking blood. But God had other plans. He rescued me from my powerful enemy, David recounted, from my foes who were too strong for me. Once again, that's why he had no problem standing in front of that giant, because he knew the real giant was behind him. God rescued David from Saul. He rescued Israel from Egypt. And in Jesus, God came to rescue all of us. Jesus rescues us from sin, evil, and death. He's greater than every powerful enemy. Where do you feel hemmed in with no escape from lies? Where do you feel hemmed in with no escape from lies you believe or sin that binds you? How do you see Jesus coming to rescue you? All-powerful God, I need to be rescued. If you don't help me, I'm finished. I have no escape, so I'm turning to you. Please help me. I had a girlfriend back in the 90s that was Serbian, and we dated for like 2.5 years. But she was real into the history of their people and all that. And they had at their church, she was Serbian Orthodox, I think is what it was. But at her church, they had a handful of guys coming. This is not long after the stuff going on, the Croatia and Serbia and the war and all that stuff. And they would fly these men, young men, from there to here. And this church would get money together. These guys had their legs blown off. A dozen of them, these guys. And they would come here, spend some time, and they'd have prosthetics made for their legs and then send them back home. Really, these guys could tell some stories. Oh, my God. We don't need to go into that. Love you. God bless.